us being told that we're too much. Too much. What light are we shining to those people that it's irritating them? That it's shining the light on something what they're hiding within themselves. And I will say this is your reminder to be too much, to be true who you are. And if too much is who you are, that is perfectly in alignment. When we minimize our light, our voice, our actions, who is suffering? They don't, you do. You're suffering. When I was told, Yelena, you can't do this, Yelena, you can't do that, we can't lose you, we can't do this, we can't do that. But there was people then saying like, Yelena, you're everything what I wanted. I climb up to my levels where I wanted to be because I wanted to be there. That was my next level, a next level of up-leveling. For me, it's absolutely normal to sit at certain tables and be. But I was told originally by so many people, you can't be, you can't be, you can't be. I do what it's my desire. And the essence of the limitless woman, I'm limitless. I walk it, I talk it, I be it all the time. And what everyone else is watching and what they're fixated on, I'm not interested to know what they're thinking. Because I'm not in charge of them. I'm only in charge of myself. The essence of a limitless woman. She had to go through the fights and fires and all sorts of things. I had to do it in my business. I had to do it with so many things, what was around me. When I was told, oh, you can't do this, oh, you can't do that, or you can't charge, you can't do this, you can't do that. Lots of times I was told, I can't. I surrounded myself with the people who are actually doing it. And then I was like, this is my normal and this is where I want to be, and I want to be invited in these rooms, and I want to believe in that, and I want to identify with it. So I completely surrounded myself with people like that. And now this is just my normal. Absolutely my normal. So what is your normal? Who is around you? Who you hang around with? And do you believe in their story about you, or you're creating your own? Create your own story. You're in charge of your own life. Start creating. And maybe you're not going to see it instantly. Your life, your desires. Because remember, we need to be calm. We need to believe. We need to identify. And we need to be in alignment. And sometimes that alignment takes a little bit of time. Because when you're ready, that's when it's going to happen. Not everything happens overnight. We're so used to it. It has to be overnight. It has to be instant success, instant this, instant. And if it's not instant, then it's like, oh my goodness, it's not working. Maybe it's a patience what you have to learn. There are things what you have got to learn. Each one of us has got a different contract. So you need to look at it. What is the things that you have to learn? What is the things that you have to believe with certainty? And for me, limitless woman is certainty. Absolutely certainty. And certainty was one of those things, is that I am not going to live in Croatia. When I was a little girl, I always said, I'm not going to live there. I'm not going to live there. I'm not going to live there. I didn't know how I'm not going to live there. I just knew it. I'm not going to live there. And that was my certainty. And I didn't manifest that. I was just like, I know that's going to happen, that I'm not going to live there. And that's it. Amen. When so many people were saying, oh, that's crazy. Or you're going to follow your mum's steps and go to London and everything else. And I was like, yeah, no, it's not going to be. I didn't know exactly where it's going to be. That was always a question of, everyone was thinking about it. It's going to be London to follow my mum's footsteps, or it's going to be France, because I loved French and I was fluent in French. So that's what they were thinking. But on the end of it, it happened that I moved to Australia. But with certainty, I knew it. I'm not going to live there. So when we go into the manifestation, it's certainty, and it's like, this is it and that's it. And you don't go in manifestation because you don't have something. You go in manifestation because that is your desire. And you see how the energy lands so differently then? When it's your desire. It's not like, what's the reasons for it? I don't know, I just don't vibe here. I don't want to live there. For me, it was many things, and after the war and during the wartime and even before, it was from my childhood, what people were around, and I didn't ever align with, for me it was integrity, and I didn't align with certain people and certain integrities, what was placed in the time in Croatia. So for me, it was like, I want to be where it's the freedom and purest and integrity and freedom. And I never aligned with that country at the time, especially after the war. Especially after the war, it was like, no, I'm done. So, and it wasn't because I had to run away or had to move or anything like that. My family is there. I moved here with my ex-husband to Australia, but I didn't put in my manifestation and partner or anything like that. That was nothing of it on my board. But I was in certainty of it. I'm not going to live there. So what is your certainty of for today? And I hope this story inspires you. Or starts opening contemplations. Because becoming her from limited to limitless, it is a journey and it's evolving. And you are evolving. And we are learning until the day we don't die.